Dependability isn't a piece of hardware, it's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power.
It's time for another edition of Wild Breakaway presented by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Alongside Mark Parrish, I'm Audra Martin. Tonight, a wild one in St. Paul, pun intended. Minnesota taking on one of the best teams in hockey, the visiting New York Rangers, falling behind 3-0 early in the first period, only to fight their way back eventually into overtime and the shootout where they walk away with a much-needed 2 points.
It is always so hard to dig yourself out of a hole in this NHL, and the Rangers coming to town. The Wild kind of spot them a 3-goal lead early on, even though they were playing well. They got some fluky bounces. I love the way this Minnesota Wild team came back, and it was right on the back of Marc-Andre Fleury. He came in and did such a good job calming this locker room, to calming that bench down, making a couple of saves. The team going out there and played absolutely spectacular. The last 40 minutes were the best hockey they've played, and it's a great springboard now to go back on the road.
Absolutely. 10th 3-goal comeback in franchise history. Goals tonight from Hartman, Joel Eriksson-Ek, Zuccarello, and Marco Rossi. His 5th on the season. A big one here tonight as the Wild, not happy with how things went in the first 10 games of this season. Got put to work yesterday in practice, and the head coach making sure his leaders were doing their job as well.
I'll be honest with you. We talked to the 3 assistant captains and said, you have the A on your jersey. 2 of them don't say a whole lot, right? In Eck and Curl. And they don't. They're leaders. They work their asses off every single day. But we needed more than just look at me, work. We needed someone to say something. And I think Moose was the guy that really took charge. We asked him to speak in between periods. We asked him to speak after the game. But the other 2 we challenged as well to open your mouth.
All right, so with momentum in hand, the Wild now head out east for a 3-game stretch in New York, starting Tuesday against the Islanders, Thursday. The Rangers, who will be eager for some payback, and wrap things up on Friday with the first meeting of the season against the Buffalo Sabres. We'll see how the Wild can build off of this one in St. Paul. We hope to see you Tuesday night. Until then, for Mark Parrish, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on another edition of Wild Breakaway, presented by Luther Kia of Bloomington.